Hello guys, let me just quickly set this up so I know you're there and I can see your comments. Just give me a second. I need to make sure you guys are listening to me. Just a sec guys. If you can hear me, if you can see me, just put a comment so I know you can see me, while I'll quickly do a technical test from my side too to make sure I can hear you and see you guys. Yes, so I can actually see you guys. Hey, there's somebody with the name Music Beats already present there. Praveen is there. Yes, Praveen. Hello, Praveen. सब आवाज़ वगैरह सब ठीक आ रही है ना? Because it's little more complicated on YouTube, unlike how we do on Unacademy. I can actually see myself right at the same go. इसमें थोड़ा अलग होता है, तो मेरे को बताते रहना if you guys are able to see me and if the voice is and everything is coming clear. Yeah. Sorry about that disturbance with the noise. ठीक है? अभी ठीक है ना? Everything is good? So welcome to my class on YouTube from Unacademy. And this is another of the free class that I take from my courses, and today is a topic which is common for both the exams. Either you're giving your general training exam, either you're giving your academic exam. दोनों के लिए equally बहुत important है. Yeah. So today we are covering the listening module. Okay, it's also like guys, I might be responding to you a little late because there's a time interval between the time when I actually hear you guys and from the time you respond, you know, through a fraction of seconds का gap रहता है. So if I'm responding late, then understand that I'm getting the message late. Okay. Chalo, Praveen says everything is perfect. Great. Music Beats wants me to guess who Music Beats it. I can only guess because I did share the names on my profile, right? So share the link. तो उसमें से एक मिनट. Is it Sumesh? Sumesh था ना? मेरा phone यहीं पे है. I can't even go back to my phone because I'm using my phone. Is it Sumesh? So today we'll be practicing on the general listening module questions. Yeah? Yes. See, high five. High five. Chalo. So today we're going to be covering, as I said, listening module के questions, or specifically sentence completion type of questions हम देखेंगे. Yeah? We also cover sentence completion type of questions in our reading module too. And today we're going to be seeing how we can do that in the listening module. So how I'm going to start is, I'm going to be telling you briefly about the listening module part, right, the test format, and I'm going to be telling you some strategies how to be more focused, and then we're going to be doing practice questions, or which will be in context to the some sentence completion type of questions. So I'm going to be giving you guys an opportunity to practice live with me. ठीक है? Another point, आप लोग मेरे को ये बताओ, what is that one thing that you guys find most difficult in your listening module? Because some people come to me by saying उनको they find listening module to be really difficult. I really want to know what's the point of you guys in order to help you better. I want to know what is the difficult part in the listening module according to you. हर इंसान का अपना अपना points होता है. So I want to know from Praveen and I want to know from Sumesh, what do you guys think? That's one difficult point in your listening module. बताओ आप लोग जब तक I'm going to be quickly telling about the special class and the plus courses. Since you guys are there on plus already, right? I know Praveen is there, Sumesh is also there. So, और बताओ MCQ questions. Okay, you've already split it up. और बताओ मेरे को overall listening module में क्या struggle करते हो आप लोग? Praveen is going to tell me too. Yeah? So, special class is a very interesting platform provided by Unacademy, which gives a free platform to understand your educators, to understand the kind of content they come up with, the kind of teaching pattern they have. If you're getting familiar with their teaching pattern, if you can comprehend what they're trying to say, there's so many things that you would want to figure out before you go ahead with your educators. So the special class is a assessing platform, right? And it also gives a first-hand understanding on the plus courses. Plus courses are those courses which you need to get subscription for, which are a lot more structured and organized, unlike the special classes, because obviously in special classes there are limited number of times that we can give you guys, and unlike that plus courses में हर एक student को काफ़ी time मिलता है, right? And I also am available for all those students who are on my plus courses. I review their questions separately too through different social media, right? Sumesh, like the other day, he sent me his report writing and I got back to him with a review. So there's so many additional advantages for plus courses. So you also have doubt clearing sessions right in the course. You have quizzes, weekly quizzes, mega quizzes that overall assesses your performance. And IELTS is a kind of exam, guys, which needs a test, time to time test, to make sure you are progressing. So इसलिए test लेना, weekly quiz लेना is very crucial. So special class is basically a very, very important platform for you guys, and at the same time for me, because I'm giving a test right now. Yeah? Yeah or nah? So a quick introduction about myself. I'm Meenaal, and professionally I work as an architect and an urban designer. I've done my bachelor's from Birla Institute of Technology, that's in Mesra, Ranchi, and from there on I moved to London where I did MArch, and I have lived, worked and studied in London for the past 2 years, and I got back recently in June. Yeah, meanwhile tell me more points, guys. Tell me more points, both of you. Tell me more points. All the points that you can possibly think is difficult. Yeah? Chalo. Uske baad I came back, yes, as I was saying, sorry for the interruption. I was there in London for the past 2 years and got back recently in June. I have also worked in some cities in India. I was there for a couple of months in Dubai as well, and as I mentioned, I was in London. Yeah, I've given IELTS as well as IELTS UKVI both and got an overall band score of 7.5 in both of them. And I've been helping a lot of my students, my colleagues, my friends on different platforms for the past 3 years now, and now I've come to Unacademy to help you guys out. Hi Shivangi, good to see you. Long time. So that's pretty much about me, and there are 2 ongoing courses. One has already started. We started just yesterday, and it is a comprehensive course on the general training writing module. I had quite a successful writing module course last month, which was on the academics, and I had a lot of requests to bring on the general training writing module course as well. So here it is, and it has just started yesterday, so without wasting time you can join in. Yeah, and there's another very, very important course that is on building the lexical resource, which is a topic where people tend to lose marks on because nobody plans to prepare on them, and unfortunately, it carries 25% of the overall weightage. So working on your building lexical resource is very crucial, and I want to see you guys there. Nobody's gonna miss any class. Yeah, so it's starting right from 7th of November at 2:30 p.m. Yeah, so in case you've already got your enrollments, very good. If you have not done it, I would request you guys to quickly get your subscription and come and join me. I'll talk about the subscription details a bit later. So we're going to start with the listening module now. Chalo, before I go ahead, I'm going to be making sure I'm going through your questions. So Sumesh, it's quite weird to see music beats. Why music beats? Okay, but you find MCQs relatively difficult. Okay. Praveen says section 4 where number of people are having a discussion basically. Yeah, there are 2 or more people having a conversation and you're trying to extract points from them. Got it. Yeah. So you find MCQ the only difficult part, and other than that you're cool with it. Good. Shivangi says, yeah, it's good to see you too. Oh, that's so nice. Cool. So Shivangi, you're going to be doing this interesting exam too with us today. Yeah. So apart from the topics that you guys have actually told me, like I have so many people who've been telling me very generic difficulty of this exam, which is concentration. Isn't it, guys? I feel concentrating in your listening module is the most difficult part. एक वर्ड मिस होता है अगर गलती से भी तो आपके आंसर्स मिस हो सकते हैं because the entire conversation that goes on the headphone is just played once. So if you're missing on one point, you're gonna just miss it, right? You're gonna be missing it completely. And secondly, what happens, I'm telling you with my personal experience, the moment you miss on one word, you get so stressed that you're not able to follow up the following conversation that's going on in the headphone. So concentration is the key in your listening module. Trust me, questions to ho jate hain. You need to get your concentration and focus bang on point. Yeah? Yeah or na? I keep annoying my students with doing all these things, yeah and na and all those kind of things. But yes, I need you guys to keep responding so I know I'm talking to my audience. Yeah? ठीक है. So your listening test, I'll quickly overview your listening test as well. It's very crucial to know what all categories of distribution are there, so you're able to use your time efficiently. Yeah. So are you guys planning to give paper-based tests or are you planning to give your computer-based tests? ये मेरे को बताना फटाफट से क्या plan कर रहे हो आप? Is it paper-based or is it computer-based? Praveen and Sumesh, you guys both are from academic, right? I remember. Am I correct? Okay. जब तक आप लोग answer करो, I'm just going to go ahead with the class. So your listening module takes 30 minutes to complete. So the overall exam is going to be for 30 minutes. Yeah. And apart from that, you get additional 10 minutes if you are doing your paper-based exam. Yes? So this is again a very, very important point to note and remember that in other modules you do not get. Like for your reading module, you have exact sharp 1 hour. You have to put out the answer in your answer sheet. And similarly in your writing module, you have just 1 hour and bang on it finishes, right? So unlike that, you have additional 10 minutes here, right? Where you can put up your answers in your answer sheet in your paper-based exam, yeah? And you get 2 minutes additionally from 30 minutes to check your answer in your computer-based exam, right? Because you've already put it out on the desktop, on the screen, so you just have to double check. You don't have to start typing again, isn't it? So in case you, let me see, how are you guys doing? So Sumesh is doing paper-based, Praveen is going for computer-based, Astha is here. Hello Astha, what about you? Which exam are you giving? Anyways, So ये चीज़ ना ध्यान रखना है. And why is it so important to remember this is because your attention needs to be on what you are hearing. As I was saying, you're going to be hearing it once and your complete attention needs to be on hearing. So even if you've got any words or you know answers, right, if you got answers, you can quickly share it with in your question points in terms of keywords, or आप rough लिख सकते हो, you know, like you can quickly write it and you're not stressing on the time that you're going to be making beautiful points, if you're going to be writing it correctly, spelling सही है, ये सब चीज़ को avoid करके आपका concentration should be on hearing, right? The entire concentration should be on hearing, so you're going to make sure you are not focusing on your writing part. So you can do that at the later stage where you're getting additional time for correction. Is it clear? ये बात याद रखनी बहुत ज़रूरी है. Shivangi has a good suggestions. Thanks a lot, Shivangi. Astha is giving paper based too. I personally like paper based, guys, because I'm actually comfortable with scribbling on my question paper. मेरे को keynotes, short forms, rough ideas लिखने की आदत है. I feel that's really productive, so I personally prefer paper based too. Yeah, and that was actually the whole point why I wanted to give IELTS and not TOEFL. Anyways, so you need to keep that point in mind, so you are now more aware of where your attention needs to be. Yeah, then in your listening module you will have 4 different sections, right? As Praveen was saying, he finds the last part to be more difficult because there are a couple of people conversing in that and you need to extract the information. It gets a little more difficult, right? And each section would have 10 questions each, right? But for after every section, you're going to get time to read your questions. They're going to give you time to prepare for your questions before they go ahead with the next section. This is again another point which people miss on. आपको question पढ़ने का, अपने keywords लिखने का time मिलेगा, ठीक है? तो once they start with every section, you're going to be getting additional time before they start, and you're going to use it efficiently to only stick to that particular section, because दूसरे section के लिए आपको फिर time मिलेगा. Yeah, so you're going to use the time efficiently to mark and underline your keywords, to extract words. They're going to possibly help you find the answer when you start listening. Yeah, or listening to task is, as I was saying, it remains same for either academic or general training. Yes, any more questions on the listening format? That's what I was saying, Astha. They're going to be giving you time for each section, right? So क्या होता है, जैसे कि generally मेरे को अभी time मिला, तो I want to act smart, I want to start going through my second section also. Don't do that. Every time you're given a break, आप उसी section पे focus करो. Yeah? Is that clear? Good. Yes. I like my students. See, they're so nice. They keep answering. Asa, did I answer your question? So there are different type of questions you know, you can possibly see in your exams. I'm sure most of them are kind of questions which you would always practice in your reading module as well. I'm not sure if you've gone through my reading module course, but my reading module course actually has a lot of questions, isn't it? The other day, Sumesh sent me a question of the diagram, right, Sumesh? Diagram report writing. Similarly, sentence completion, summary completion, short answer question, multiple choice questions are questions that you're already going to be practicing in your reading module, but it's just that the format is going to be a little different. You're going to be hearing things and you're putting it into words, right? But how the question will be approached, किसके pattern क्या होंगे, कैसे attempt होगा, कैसे how is the question going to look like, I'm sure you're going to be getting familiar with it. Nothing very difficult and very new, okay? So, but in my listening course, which I'm soon going to be launching, I'm going to be going through each and every type of questions too, right? So let's just quickly, I'll go through what are the question types. So map completion, which we also do in a report writing. Diagram labeling, we do again in report writing. Form completion is a very easy one which you get, right? Form or note completion. Sentence completion, summary, short answer, again you will find it in your reading module too, isn't it? Table is in your report again. Flowchart again in your report, isn't it? Multiple choice तो आपके reading module में आधा ही आता है, right? So today we're gonna be only focusing on the sentence completion kind. ठीक है? Have you guys attended by any मेरे listening module की class before? Have you? Guys, I want you to answer. Astha, what happened? I asked you if I answered correctly. No. Okay, Sumesh has not been in my class previously. Good. Good actually. So I can actually start from scratch. What about Praveen? Astha, I guess she has not attended. Astha has a comment there. Asta says for the last type they gave same time for the whole 10 questions. Asta has actually just given, Asta I'll just introduce about you because Asta has just given her exam and she has a lot of points that she can actually extract from her recent experience and ask better questions. So we'll keep asking more and more questions from Asta so we are getting familiar with more and more doubts. It's always beneficial to address more and more doubts. Yes? Yes, Tastha, it होता है, ये थोड़ा difficult होता है to address all the questions, right? It's actually difficult, but we'll be practicing. We'll be practicing on how to do it quicker, right? And I personally feel ये पूरा IELTS का exam ना इतना कुछ difficult नहीं है. If your English is quite average, you can do it. But to do good in your IELTS, you need to have strategies. आपके पास वो जुगाड़ होने चाहिए. You should be thorough enough with lot of practice and with strategies to do well. The exam is not at all difficult, है ना? The exam is not at all difficult, but you need to have strategies to get good scores. Yeah? So Praveen has attended my writing module. I remember Praveen was there in my writing module. आस्था ने नहीं अटेंड किया, मुझे याद था. Or Sumesh is saying yes. Sumesh, you were there in my listening module class? चलो, मेरी green tea ठंडी हो गई है. Do you guys like green tea? Do you? Then I'm very fond of green tea, and every time I have green tea, my friends go like, "Oh my goodness!" But anyways. So I'll just quickly tell you few general points. Yes, Sumesh, you can put up your questions. आप लिखते जाओ. It's actually the questions, whatever you type, it comes to me little late, but जब भी I'm going to be seeing the screen, I'm going to be answering. ठीक है? Exactly. See Astha. That's why I'm focusing on what Astha is going to tell us today. Oh my goodness. Yes. Sumesh is saying green Diwali and green tea. That's a good one. Sumesh was in my class, in my plus class, and it was Diwali time, isn't it? And I asked which color of, I remember the conversation, Sumesh. So I asked which color of marker should we use? Should I use, and Sumesh went ahead with green, and the reason he gave was because Diwali needs to be green, but nobody let the Diwali be green. Delhi is suffering, isn't it? I love Delhi, and I'm really sad and disappointed that Delhi is struggling so much because of post, like obviously because of the Diwali and all the pollution that happened. Yeah. So cheers. Green Diwali and green tea, but Diwali never went green. यही था ना conversation, Sumesh? चलो. So quick assessment. Okay, where is my marker? Okay, yes, it's a little difficult to connect here, but okay, I'm a little new on YouTube, guys, so avoid my technical errors थोड़ा बहुत यहाँ पे, ठीक है? चलो. So general assessment guidelines, quick overall points that you need to remember to avoid common errors जो आप ध्यान नहीं देते हो और आप कर लेते हो. Yeah, so let's quickly go through this before we start the question, right? Quickly. So you need to make sure you remember that a mark is given for each correct answer and there are no negative marking, right? So no matter if you think the question has a right answer or you're going wrong over it, you're going to still make sure you're writing an answer. You're going to go with your guts and you're going to fill everything up. You're not going to be missing on anything. Yeah? Because there's no negative marking. Okay? Next one is spelling error counts as a wrong answer. Okay? ये बहुत important point है, guys. That's why I was telling you, when you're getting those additional 10 minutes, you're going to make sure you're going through your spelling properly and you're making sure कि आपने उसमें कोई spelling error नहीं है. Even if your answer is correct and you've gone wrong slightly with your spelling, आपका answer गलत हो जाएगा. So you need to make sure that you're not going wrong over your spelling. Yeah? Again, next point is all words and numbers are counted. This is something that you need to extract from your question exactly, right? You need to read your question and you need to make sure what is the question saying. Sometimes it's going to be not more than 2 words, not more than 3 words, or they might say 1 word. So you need to make sure what the question is trying to imply and you're writing it down quickly to make sure you are correct with your words and numbers, because all of them are counted, right? So if you're writing 1 apple, right, for example, it's counted as 2 words. यहाँ पे लोग अक्सर गलत हो जाते हैं. They start writing the answers and they don't read the question, and if the question is saying not more than 2 words and you've written 3 words, आपका answer automatically गलत हो जाएगा even if you've written first 2 parts as your correct answer. Just because you've written 3 words and the question stated that you have to stick to not more than 2 words, your answer is going to be wrong. Yeah, so make sure you're reading the question. जितनी बार भी आप practice करके जाओगे, you're going to still make sure that you're reading the question. Next one is, again this is one point that people ask me quite often, कि American लिखना है या British spellings लिखनी है, क्या लिखनी है, guys? It is an international exam, right? It is an international exam, and whichever word you're familiar with, you can use them, right? So color की spelling आप British form में भी लिख सकते हो और American form में भी लिख सकते हो. आपको जो याद है आप वो लिख सकते हो. They're gonna both be correct. Yeah, they're both gonna be correct. You don't have to worry about whether I should write British, whether I should write American. It's an international exam, so you don't need to be bothering about those things. But make sure you're at least sticking to one. कोई third word आप put up नहीं कर रहे हो. Yeah. And this is from your actually speaking test, but I just put it up because it's just a follow-up point, and people tend to ask me. With your pronunciation, guys, with your pronunciation, first of all, speaking test maybe, I often say ki stick to your own pronunciation, don't try and build up any pronunciation. And also in your exam, when you would be hearing the conversation, you can get in any accent, right? For example, when I gave my IELTS first time, I got the normal IELTS exam, I heard an American accent. Yeah, it was all American pronunciation, and I'm quite more comfortable with American. But the moment I went ahead and gave IELTS UKVI, and why I gave IELTS UKVI was, as I've already talked about, when I decided to move to London, and that particular university wanted that exam in terms of visa and immigration. So anyways, so when I went ahead and I gave IELTS UKVI, I heard a British pronunciation, complete British conversations going on in my listening module, right? So I could have got intimidated, but then I practiced both to make sure that even if I can't speak, I'm at least able to understand the common words. Yeah, so कोई भी आ सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है, ठीक है. Another very important point guys, hyphenated words जो होते हैं जितने भी सारे, उसको आप कभी भी 2 words count नहीं करोगे. They are 1 word. Like flow chart is 1 word. Yeah. Like-minded, it's again 1 word. So again, when the third point comes up, when the question is stating the words and number count in your question, you're going to be counting these words as 1 word. Yeah, remember that. ये अक्सर लोग इस पे गलत जाते हैं. Yeah. Again, next point is your grammatical errors. Again, grammatical errors comes into play. For example, you have to put up a singular noun and you have put up a plural noun, right? So sentence की content के हिसाब से you need to make sure that you're putting grammatically correct statement, right? If your sentence is correct and you've not made it grammatically sound enough, your answer will be wrong, right? So if there was a follow-up article that had to come with apple, I don't know why I always use apple, right? I'm quite okay. Anyways, yes. तो आपके articles क्या use हो रहे हैं, आपके prepositions क्या use हो रहे हैं, is there a requirement to use a conjunction if you're putting together 3 words? So all that counts. So you need to make sure कि आपके grammatical errors नहीं हैं, and all these things you're doing at the end of your 10 minutes. Yeah, if you're doing paper based, and in your 2 minutes if you're doing your computer based. Or illegible handwriting तो भाई वो होता ही है. Please make sure if you're writing paper based, you are making sure that all your points are clean and every word and every letter is legible. ठीक है? Now, as I was saying again, you're gonna be preparing the questions before the recording time starts. You're gonna be getting time and you're gonna be using your time efficiently, right? For example, let's practice right here. I have a statement here. Manchester is a big city but not bigger than blank, right? It says not bigger than blank. And I need to quickly mark my keyword and I quickly need to think what possible answers could it be. एक बार आप लोग बताओ मेरे को कि what is the keyword that you're gonna mark when you're preparing your question, and what are the thoughts that are gonna come to you when you're doing this? Capital letters should be used. एक तो generally I personally recommend कि आप अपने सारे answers capital letters में लिखो. When you're noting it down, make sure writing all your answers in capital letters. But for your proper nouns also, if you're not writing capital letters, then it's fine. It's not necessary to have capital letters से आपके marks नहीं कटते हैं. Yeah? चलो इससे मेरे को बताओ तो आपके keyword क्या होंगे? And what will you prepare in your head that the answer should be like? You have to think about a possible, you have to give a guess with the answer too, कि वहाँ पे क्या होगा. Okay, I have Sumesh and Astha responding already. Where's Praveen? Is Praveen there or he left us? Praveen says Manchester. Okay. Okay. So what I would personally think is, yes, you guys are actually correct. I see that the conversation is a topic where the main subject is about Manchester, where they're saying Manchester is actually a big city, but it is not actually bigger than what? My question comes to what, right? So I'm going to quickly write bigger than what. So when I'm hearing the conversation, it might be a possible city, might be a possible, you know, like any in terms of population, or it could be anything else, but I know I'm answering what questions. Yeah, so I'm going to be making a quick note of what questions to make sure that I'm focusing on the what part the moment I hear Manchester, right? So I'm going to be making sure that I'm comparing Manchester to something, right? I'm definitely putting up a comparison. So I'm writing my keynotes quickly in my statement that I'm going to be getting conscious the moment I hear a conversation of Manchester being compared to something. Yes? Yes, Rupesh is here too. Hello, Rupesh. Guys, you guys need to change your names and get your correct names. I have to remember your names here. Yeah? Is it clear? That's how you're going to do. You're going to quickly mark your main word and then you're going to put up a question word that will tell you an assessment point. Yeah, that will give you a hint. And you're going to be thinking about what is the follow-up sentence like. Yeah, what the follow-up sentence is like. Is it clear? Is it clear? So what happens when you do this is that you know what you're looking for in your questions, right? Since once you do this, you're going to be a lot more clear in your head about what you're looking for, and you're going to be it's going to be a lot more easy to extract words from the conversation. ठीक है? ऐसे तो आपका ध्यान फिर पूरे conversation पे जाएगा. The moment you do this, you're automatically cutting down from the entire conversation to those words that you will be using. Yeah, so it's very important that you do this in your question statements. Okay? Again, just you need to be careful about few common traps, right? Few common traps which are you need to remember that answers could be exchanged in order. इसका क्या मतलब होता है? इसका क्या मतलब होता है? मैं पहले भी इसका एग्जाम्पल दे रही थी. For example, you hear a person saying, let's catch up at 7 o'clock in the evening. And then he says in the second line, oh wait, I'm already tied up. Let's meet at 8 o'clock. What's happening here is the conversation started with a 7 o'clock conversation that we can meet at 7. So if the question statement is asking you what time are they meeting, right? So you don't have to write 7. What's happening later is 8. ये अक्सर क्या होता है कि आपका attention first part पे चला जाता है और quickly you write 7 and you miss on the later part, because the ultimate meeting time is 8 o'clock and not 7. This is just done to confuse you, and you're going to make sure you're not confusing yourself. So you're going to make sure you're getting familiar with all the conversation. So you're going to be careful on each and every statement. Yeah? Next one is using words instead of paraphrases. Yeah? अगेन ये कॉमन चीज़ है कि आप एग्जैक्ट वर्ड्स एक्सपेक्ट मत करो, स्पेशली जो हम लोग सेंटेंस कंप्लीशन टाइप क्वेश्चंस कर रहे हैं आज. सेंटेंस कंप्लीशन में कभी भी एग्जैक्ट वर्ड्स नहीं होंगे, ठीक है? आपको उसमें से एक्वायर करना पड़ेगा इन्फॉर्मेशन. यू नीड टू एक्सट्रैक्ट फ्रॉम द कॉन्वर्सेशन एंड यू नीड टू थ्रो इट अप. या उसमें से आपको सेंटेंस में से मीनिंग निकालनी होगी, समटाइम्स वर्ड्स में से मीनिंग निकालनी होगी. यू विल ऑलवेज हैव टू एक्सट्रैक्ट इट. Right? Don't expect to find the exact words, right? Sometimes exact words do come, sometimes they don't come. Okay? Again, next one is be careful of the singular and plural terms. It's quite difficult to differentiate the moment a plural word is mentioned, right? For example, when in some pronunciation, it's a little difficult to figure out the S words, apples and apples. You know, sometimes they just eat it up, especially if you're getting British accent, British pronunciation, you're going to realize that they eat half of their last words. That's what I realized. So make sure you're concentrating on the singular and plural part. Yeah? Then also obviously you're going to be you're going to make sure that your overall sentence is making sentence in your statement, right? So I can't suddenly put not bigger than potatoes here, right? It's going to be wrong. You know, you're not making a logical sense there. So that's again, you're not going to make sure that it has a logical context. And last but not the least, numbers में अक्सर confusion हो जाता है because pronunciation उनकी थोड़ी बहुत same होती है और यहाँ पे लोग अक्सर गलत हो जाते हैं, right? 13 and 30 कभी कभी ना in different, like for example I'm stressing so you're able to address it, but sometimes they say it with a flow और वो गलत हो जाता है. तो make sure the numbers are going correct. We're gonna be putting up classes where I'm gonna be elaborating on the numbers specifically कौन से common होते हैं. So we're just going through quickly and we're not making sure that we're not going wrong over numbers. This is a very common mistake. Anyways, is that all clear? Because now we're going to be doing 2 questions back to back, right? And how we're going to be doing it, I'm going to be putting up a question in front of you. I'm going to be giving you a couple of minutes to prepare your keywords, right, to mark it, and then I'm going to be reading out the conversation, and I'm going to be giving you again 1 minute to make sure your answers are put up there, and then we're gonna be discussing the answers. Yeah? Tell me if you guys are ready and you heard everything that I said. So we will go ahead and start the question. Give me a thumbs up or a yes, no, whatever, to make sure that you guys are doing it. Yes, Asta says yes, it happens due to accent. Yes, Asta, that happens. I know that. It happened to me too. It's a little tricky to extract those things, but we'll make sure we do this. That's what I'm saying. It's not a difficult exam. We need to know what are the common mistake areas and we need to work on them. That's the strategy. Is everyone ready for the question? Okay, what about others? Okay, Praveen is ready, Rupesh is ready, Astha is ready. Cool. Where is Sumesh? Sumesh निकल गया? Chalo. So here is the question, right? And I'm gonna give you 2-3 minutes, not 2-3 minutes, actually too much time, right? Just because we are practicing now, I want to give you a little bit more time because finding keywords and practicing to extract keywords is very important. But chalo, take your time, and I'm going to be stopping the time and then I'm going to be reading out the text, yeah? And then we'll go ahead. So your time starts now. Go ahead. Eight sentences in front of you. Read the question, make sure you're reading the question, and you are getting your keywords ready. So all those who are ready, we're going to be commenting that ready. So I'm going to read the script then. Praveen is ready. Good. Rupesh and Astha? Ready. Perfect. So I'm starting with the conversation now. Can you guys hear me? Because for now, till the time I read, I'm not gonna be hearing your messages. Yeah, I'm not gonna be going through your text messages. I'm gonna stop only after I finish with the script. Yeah, so I'm not gonna be pausing in between. I'm just gonna go through once. So make sure you're listening properly. ठीक है? चलो, there I go now. So ready? 1, 2, 3 and go. Focus. The original fireworks were made from gunpowder, which is a mixture of ingredients including saltpeter, sulfur and charcoal. Today, experts at handling explosives called pyrotechnicians add chemicals for special effects. There are many different kinds of fireworks, but they are all made in a similar way. The ingredients are placed in a shell. It is then wrapped up and a fuse is added. In factories where the fireworks are made, safety precautions are used to make sure a single static electric shock does not create an explosion. Fireworks have been around for centuries and are believed to have been first made by the Chinese. A Chinese document dated about 1040 AD showed how to wrap gunpowder in paper to make a fire pill. This small firecracker made a very loud bang. Which was thought to ward off evil spirits. By the 13th century, fireworks had made their way to Europe, where their popularity grew. By the 1500s, fireworks made their way in terms of celebration and special events. The Italians were the masters of fireworks by the 17th century. There are a number of different types of fireworks these days, and each of them works in a particular way. The rocket firework has a substance which explodes and shoots the firework into the air. When the rocket reaches a particular height, another spark causes it to blow up, releasing fine metal powders into the air. Roman candles are long tubes which shoot balls of chemicals from one end, creating a series of flaming stars. Fountains are cone-shaped and a small hole allows gases to escape, shooting colored sparks into the air. Adding magnesium gives off a bright light. Other ingredients give off different types of light when they become hot, which is how colors are created. That's it. Now you have some time to quickly think of the answers, and then you're going to be putting it out in the comment. I'll give you a couple of minutes to quickly think about it. And then you're going to be putting out your answers in your comments. फटाफट से आंसर लिखो 1 to 8. I want you guys to write the answers in the comment. Okay, Asa has her answers. Asa, did you miss on 8? What about others? Fifth and eighth you missed on. Okay. बाकी लोग बताओ. Fifth wala tricky tha. You know why Astha? Because there were a couple of centuries when I was saying. I talked about 13th century, I talked about 15th century, and I talked about 17th century, and you had to grasp which century am I talking when I'm talking about Europe. Yeah? Okay, 8th you forgot. Okay. So let's look at the answers. The first one is chemicals. Yeah? Let me go to the point. So the first one is chemicals. Sorry, I need to check your comments. Can you guys hear me? Okay, so your first answer is chemicals. second one is shell, third one is Chinese, fourth is bang, fifth is, as I was saying Astha, I mentioned about couple of century ki baat wahan pe, so you might have got confused, right? So when I was saying fireworks appeared in Europe by the 13th century, you know, that's the confusing part, because I talked about 17th century as well. Yeah, so 13th century, next is rocket, then Roman candles, and the last one is magnesium. I started the sentence with magnesium. Yeah, what is used to create bright white light? I started by, actually my sentence started by saying magnesium is used. So Astha, your rest of the answers is correct. You just missed on 2 and I just clarified it at the same time. Praveen is correct with, again, all the answers, and he missed on the same points that Astha did. Yeah? Is it clear to you guys? Is it clear to you guys? Chalo, let's go to the next question. Now I'm giving you time to prepare on these questions while I'll quickly be back. Was there any confusion in the previous question? Then let me know. Yeah, I understood what you were saying. Basically Roman candles, but make sure you're writing both. Yeah? It was called Roman candles. Yeah, Praveen? Any more questions and doubts in this one? कोई डाउट है इसमें? चलो, तो ये वाला जल्दी से एक बार पढ़ो. इसमें बस 5 questions है, so I'm going to give you relatively less time to prepare for this one. Good, all of you guys were quite close with the answers, and the 1 and the 2 you're missing, we're going to be practicing so you don't make those 1-2 errors too. Give it a quick read the question, make sure you're figuring out how many words has been asked to you, and then you're marking. These are relatively longer sentences in comparison to the previous question we did. So make sure you are understanding what it's saying, you're understanding what the blank spaces are asking you to fill in, and you're going to find your keywords at the same time. Forgot to put my speaker on. Ready, good. Rubesh is ready. Who else is ready? Astha, are you ready? What about Praveen? Ready? Okay. Guys, are you ready? Let me know if you're ready. Quickly comment karo. Because I'm gonna start with the script then. हाँ आज तक क्विकली एक बार रीड कर लो. Just take 30 seconds. Praveen is ready too. I'm giving 30 seconds more. I'm gonna start reading then. So you can by the heading understand that the conversation is going to be about future libraries. So I'm going to start the conversation now, guys. Be careful because in this particular question you have paraphrasing and extracting the information from group of words. Yeah. So ready? Are you guys ready? Chalo. I'm gonna be reading it now. So ready? 1, 2 and go. Today, libraries are not only about lending books. They are creative spaces, not only for individuals but also teams. They are economic incubators and learning hubs. Most of all, the libraries are the entry points to the digital world. They are the way to embrace technology and avoid digital exclusion. Therefore, to improve technological literacy of local communities, libraries should be equipped with relevant technologies. Here are some suggestions for future improvements of technology in libraries. Number 1, library bookmark. First of all, the device would be a perfect companion when navigating through the library by giving turn-by-turn directions to the book the patron wants. The device could also keep track of all borrowed books as well as remind the user of the return dates. Second one, delivery drones. To get the book from a library, you can either go and find it or you can let it find you. The future belongs to the unmanned flying machines. And just like Amazon drones can deliver the goods to customers, libraries could deliver the books to patrons. Number 3, Fingerlink. It is a project currently developed by Fujitsu that will let you use digital tools to work with a printed book. It's a stand you can put on a library desk. It includes 2 elements: a camera to read the information from the real world and the projector to display digital information in the real world. That's it. Now you have a minute and you're going to be telling me the answers. Quickly put up your answers. I need answers, quickly. While you're typing, I'll tell others who are watching me later the answers as well. Your first answer is hubs. Creative spaces and learning hubs. Second one is literacy. You're talking about improving technological literacy in society. Your third answer is navigating. So what is helping in library bookmarking? It's navigating. Yeah, good. Keep putting your answers. I'm going to be going it through. Next one is delivery drones. So what are patrons associated with in the statement? They would be able to receive books at home using what? The delivery drones, where we were talking about the Amazon drones, right over there. Your last answer is digital tools. So your finger links, the last part of the conversation talked about finger links allow the user to combine what with the printed books? Digital tools. Yeah? आप लोग चेक करो आपके कितने क्लोज गए हैं. Hubs, both of you have written. You've written literacy as well. Third one में navigation, Praveen got it correct. Okay, yeah. Tracking के बदले आप ये लिख सकते हो ना, because this was the word that I actually said, right? Then which fourth one में क्या लिखा है आप लोगों ने? Amazon delivery. वही मैं कह रही हूँ, it was a confusing part in your fourth word, right? Because I was talking about Amazon drones, but my main topic was where I was talking about how are patrons gonna receive books from, was from delivery drones. Amazon drones are getting their products, and for books, delivery drones. Yeah? And fifth one is digital tools. Printed books, the moment I talked about printed books, I wrote what it is going to be combined with. Yeah? वही मैंने कहा, it was relatively a little bit more difficult than the previous one, but good that you guys have actually got it so many correct. Yeah? Any doubts? So again, a quick reminder of the ongoing courses. कल से स्टार्ट हो रहा है the building lexical resource course at 2:30 p.m. So make sure you get your subscriptions because it's a very, very important topic. And the current ongoing one is already on the GD writing module that goes every day at 9:30 p.m. So that's how your subscription page looks like. I want you to join me in the building lexical resource for sure, because that's one topic that is important for each and every one. So depending on how much of a time you have and how much of a time, how much of a you can assess your language, you can pick on whichever subscription time limit you want. 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, right? And it's relatively really economical in comparison to how expensive the exam is. So make sure you're preparing well before you're actually going ahead. And I don't want you to be writing the exam, which often people do, right? Often they give the exam, they get relatively less score, and they start giving it again without preparing well. So don't do that mistake. Make sure you're preparing well. And there are so many additional advantages of the subscription too. I'm sure you guys, since you're there on my Plus courses, you know, right? There are 30 plus live hours every day. You have classes in so many different languages. You are accessible to your top educators. You're not just, if you're subscribing to one educator, you're not just listening to them, but you're at the same time, you're accessible to all the educators on the same platform, right? And this is such an interesting thing, which actually draws my attention to. So along with it, you have so many new courses that keep coming up every third, fourth day. There's so many courses coming up. So you have access to literally everything, online, offline, whatever. Yeah. तो आप लोग फटाफट से आ जाओ Plus courses पे, because I have a lot more time on my Plus courses. I deal with students individually. Yeah. So once you're subscribing, make sure you're using my code Fatma Meenaal, because you can get a 10% discount on that, right? So make sure you are using my code and get the subscription before the class starts, guys. So class is starting right from tomorrow, as I said, 2:30 p.m. and I don't want anyone to be missing on that, because that's a very, very important one. Yeah. Other than that, if you have any further questions, you can stay posted with me on my Telegram, on my Instagram too. Yeah. So that's my code again, right? So use my code, get your subscription, and if you're on Unacademy already, you will have your credit scores too, right? So you can get additional 10% discount on that if you use it. So yeah, 20% discount mil raha hai. Use my code and definitely join in. There's so many advantages which I just discussed, and I have so many students right here who are there. So, and also in case you guys are on different platforms, and if you could share my details with them, and if you know people who are interested in joining in, do share my code with them as well, so they can join in. It's okay, Astha, no worries. Yeah. So help me find more people as well. So we'll have a more interactive class. मज़ा आता है ना जब ज़्यादा doubts होते हैं, ज़्यादा लोग question put up करते हैं, जब लोग गलत बोलते हैं, सही बोलते हैं, और चीज़ें clear होती है. So it's good to have more people in the class. So that's all for today. In case you have any questions further, you can stay posted on my social media profiles. And I'm going to be seeing you in my class that is at 9:30 today, in case you're practicing for your general training exam. Otherwise, I'm going to see you tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. for sure. Okay? Sure. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you liked the class today. And do share the links with your friends. And if you're part of different social media profiles, so they can join my classes too. Yeah? Mera code pakka se share karna. Okay? Sure then. I'll end the class now. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.